South Texas Amateur Tour Podcast, The Power Hour, with your hosts, Travis Silkowski, Michael Tomanuelian, Casey Graham, Jason Bird, and Brad Gilbert.
What is going on, South Texas Amateur Golf Tour? MD here. It is Wednesday night, January 21st, 2026. It is 7:03. Guys, we got a lot to talk about tonight. Primary here being, wow, what happened at Riverside? We're going to talk about Riverside tonight, talk about results, talk about our winners. We have some really fun stats to talk about as well. If you can believe it, this was the hardest Riverside has ever played in 14 years. And by a mile, it was harder. We also had a situation, I guess, pop up that we haven't had in the history of stroke play events on tour as well. Riverside was nothing short of a fun Sunday. We're going to talk more about that. We have some stuff to look ahead to with SAN PEDRO Match play. We have Brack 2-person best ball coming up on the 7th of February. And of course, we have more to talk about things just going on around the tour. But before we do anything, before we jump into any and all of it, we of course need to bring in my good friend, Travis.
Woo, what up? Can everybody hear me? I know I'm running a little bit.
It's a little weak.
It's a little weak. Okay.
Little weak.
All right.
but we can get it.
All right, there we go. That's the best I can do. I am running to get headphones right now. We'll get set up and dialed in a little bit better.
It'll be so much better when you have headphones.
Traffic was crazy tonight. For whatever reason, traffic was crazy. All the last minute people run into the store, blah, blah, all that good stuff.
Listen, we're going to get 3 days of bad weather. Why isn't everyone buying a pallet of water and all of the toilet paper?
I know. It's so crazy.
It's 2020. Ted Cruz is on a flight to California. We're all buying toilet paper like it's going out of style. It's 2020.
See, I support that. That's one less out on the grid. He's just doing his part.
Doing his part to get out of our state and not deal with anything. Not the point. Travis, go find your headphones. I'm sure that will solve some of the issues.
It's going to be great. I'm going to take care of that. They're coming to me in just a second. So,
I guess that's
happy Wednesday, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. And to echo what MD said, man, Southside Country Club played hard.
Southside Country Club was tough.
That is the alternate logo for Riverside, Southside Country Club, and it lived up to its reputation. Man, the scores were high, almost as high as the stamp on the greens. So very, very.
I mean, when you pulled the stats on the scoring there across all flights and all tees, I was shocked.
Yeah, I was very pleased. I knew the setup.
Why couldn't it have played that tough during South Texas?
I knew the setup committee said the setup was 14 of 18 good hole locations, whatever that means. That's what the rumor was coming out of the setup committee. But I thought the turf grass was great. Give me a second. Let me get set up. See if I can make this happen.
Yeah. I mean, we got to give a huge shout out, obviously, to the team there at Riverside. For those of you who maybe didn't notice, no cup liners. Shout out to the maintenance team there.
Yeah.
For buying the cup spraying tool so that there is no need for cup liners. And I mean, I thought that added just an extra touch of elegance to greens that I thought were rolling beautifully. Very difficult to.
I agree completely.
Greens, I thought. Maybe
how does that sound?
Ever rolled.
Mic check.
Better.
Mic check. Yeah.
Better.
There we go. All right, dialed in. Nicholas Mann, the superintendent at Riverside, and his team, his maintenance team there, need to be commended, and it needs to be talked about. There was an unfortunate accident, whatever happened, chemical, water, whatever you want to believe and whatever conspiracy theory you want to believe happened to Riverside last summer will never, ever be talked about again, because Riverside has returned from the grave to the best putting surfaces we have seen since the Cedar reopened last year event. Is that correct?
I would say that is an accurate statement.
They were fantastic. I personally had out the stent meter on Sunday morning at Riverside on hole number 9, the tournament's hole number 18. We started on the back 9, and the front of the green stimped at 11.3 and the back of the green stimped at 10.9. So a 4-inch difference from the front edge to the back edge. Maybe a little more turf on the backside there. But oh my gosh, Riverside rolled an 11 consistently smooth, and you had that drift, that Riverside drift, and I call it the Brackeridge Park drift too, because when Brack greens are good, they do that little like 2 or 3 last revolution 90-degree turn every putt, right? And I think Riverside had that, and I was just really, really, really impressed. And you're right. Nick and his team have the cup liner painting tool. So when the tour is at Riverside, there's no need to use those stupid lip liners that, in my opinion, change the physics of the golf hole. That's just me talking.
There are people out there watching who will tell you that their career on tour has been altered. Their destiny on tour has been altered because of those cup liners.
I personally don't like them, and I feel like they speed up that edge and it changes the physics of the golf hole. That's just me. But thank you so much, Jesse Lopez, Nicholas Mann, and the entire team at Riverside. You are to be talked about. And I hope somebody does talk about it, because it was great. It was fantastic. It was fantastic.
Let's talk about stats on the golf course first, before we get into winners, before we get into point standings. Let's talk about some of the numbers in regards to Riverside.
Yeah, absolutely. You gonna put up the graphic?
I don't think we're gonna throw the graphic up. It's to me, it's too much data for people to look at and try and make heads or tails of.
All right, let me get it pulled up then. Give me a sec.
I do have it though. I'm trying to find it here again. I apologize. Did you email it to me or did you text it to me?
I believe I emailed it to you.
It did email it to me. I am woefully ill prepared, but I've got it now. So let's talk about this. So going across every flight, all flights, all tees.
Yes, and we can post this data on Facebook.
We'll post this on Facebook after. But before we have people guess what the hardest hole was, I want to just point out the average score. Par 72.
This is across all flights, all tees. All flights, all tees. Spring event number 2, Riverside stroke play.
Par 72. You had total of 4 rounds of golf played at par or better.
4 out of 103.
Which makes 3% of the rounds were par or better. The average score was an 87.
Woo!
The numbers, we had 99 rounds. We had 82 rounds of 80 and over. So
wow.
Over 80% of the rounds.
And I can tell you what the mean handicap was. That I can tell you.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you got?
So that would be C13, right?
Mm-hmm.
C13. Who is C13? ABC. There's a C14. Robert
C13.
Robert Garcia. That is second flight net.
9 or 10?
Robert Garcia.
I think too high.
Yeah. 10.
10.
Yep. A course handicap of 10, and then a senior course handicap of 7. That would be 10. That would be 82. Riverside, it would be 84. That's 3.5 strokes harder than par.
Yeah.
And that reigns true across these the whole distribution. So
yeah.
Really, 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 really interesting on how hard Riverside was.
Really crazy numbers to me looking at. Usually we go out there, we see more eagles. Total of 1 eagle on the entire day. I believe that was Greg Keogh with an eagle on 9.
Greg Keogh, thank you for watching. I know you are watching right now.
There were plenty of birdies out there, but not as many. You had 1 birdie on number 4, which is always a good birdie. You had 2 birdies on 7, 2 birdies on 14, 2 birdies on 15. And kind of normal birdies across the board. 64 on the front 9, 53 on the back 9.
There was one hole, and this will be one of the guesses. There was one hole that wasn't birdied.
Trying to see which one that is.
So that'll be one of the that'll be one of the trivia questions.
I mean, that was a tough pin. That hole.
It was. It absolutely was, and it was fascinating. And it's going to ring true. And some of those trivia questions are going to coincide. So everybody watching, we are talking about hole difficulty of spring event number 2, stroke play at Riverside from this past Sunday. All flights, all tees, 103 golfers. What was the most difficult hole played? All flights, all tees, Riverside. What was the most difficult hole? Guesses now, viewers.
Yeah, let's see who played there and thought it was. I mean,
the easiest hole, very interestingly enough, was hole number 18, your hole number 9. It's fascinating. That is normally a difficult tee shot.
Yeah, I mean, that was a bogey for me.
It's very interesting. Anybody have any guesses?
Jeff Warren out there is going with number 7, which is a very fair guess. Which is a fair guess.
But it was not
the rank he thinks it is.
Nowhere near the right answer. Actually, in the easier half, hole number 7 plays out at. Good guess, Jeff Wern. Look at Kristen jumping on Jeff's bandwagon. It's fascinating.
7 was one of those really tough pins. I mean,
yeah, but the tees were up. But the tees
were up, and which is why I would say it wasn't the hardest, but it certainly gave you the most opportunity to screw up. I mean, people were coming up short for sure. And if you went long, that wedge shot coming back over the green certainly was hard.
Charles Clark guesses 15. It's so funny that is also in the easier half of the whole distribution.
Yeah, I mean that.
What's with the par 3s, guys? What's with the par 3s? Next, somebody's going to say 3, although that was a really difficult hole location.
You thought 3 was a difficult hole? Guess, yeah.
Hold on one second.
If you went right at it, if you tried to go right at 3, it certainly was a difficult hole.
All 3 par 3s were in the easier half of the whole distribution.
Yeah.
There it is, right there. Mr. Ben, number 10. Number 10 it is. The hardest hole on the golf course was the first hole y'all played. Hole number 10. Scoring average on hole number 10, bogey and a half. 5.4 was the scoring average.
38 bogeys, 23 double bogeys, 19 other.
And we'll save the trivia question. This was the only other hole that was not birdied. This was the only hole that was not birdied. Hole number 10, that front flight, that front right hole location proved challenging.
I think I will say, I think the reason why there were no birdies on that hole, it was a tough pin, but I'd be willing to bet, had it been reverse flight start, I would have bet anything you would have seen a champ or a first flighter make a birdie on that hole, with it having been a little bit warmer when they teed off, a little bit more loosened up.
Tough shot there. Grass is a little thin. It's cold.
Yeah. I mean,
out of bounds long.
Like, I watched my group. I mean, I caught a kind of a shitty second shot out of the fairway, and I managed to just kind of. I mean, you saw where I ended up in that little patch on the pin high in the rough. But I mean, I was watching people struggle.
Absolutely, I agree.
That bunker caught people, and that was just a tough little pin.
4 out of the top 6 hardest holes were 10, 11, 12, and 14. It was just bam, 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 in your face, Riverside. The second hardest hole was, of course, hole number 4.
Yeah.
And then the third hardest hole is 11, which I think is one of the easier holes out there, which fascinates me. Was that fairway fast? Was that creeping into the water hazard there?
I certainly didn't think so. I mean, we had, I guess it depends on what you decided to do with that shot. Like, I mean, I teed up and took a driver and just kind of hit like a punch runner down the line to, 150 yards.
I think Jeff Warren told me he hit it in the water there unexpectedly.
Bird hit it in the water. I think Warren hit it in the water. Like, it's one of those things, like, I don't think it's a terribly hard hole. You just have to commit to one of two shots. It's either I'm going to take my 3-wood and take it down the right-hand side and just say, okay, if I miss, or take it down the left-hand side. If I miss right, I'm fine. But if I take driver and I go anywhere other than right, I'm in trouble. Jeff Warren, I had a 5-wood rolled in the wall. Well, he's playing from the senior tee, so that's okay.
It's tough. It's
in
tough.
The fairways.
The black tee box was way back there. That was stretched out. That turf grass was so sexy right there. Oh my God, that tee box on 11.
The turf grass on 5 was the most pure turf grass I hit off of from the black tees. But I mean, again, the fairways were, again, it was still chilly. The fairways were still a little hard, still a little firm. So there was a little bit of rollout there as well. So I can see why that was becoming a problem.
Almost identical stats from the front 9 to the back 9. Just really even distribution. Fascinatingly close.
There are more birdies on the front 9, but when you go look at the dispersion between pars, bogeys,
it's really close.
Bogeys, double bogeys and other, it was literally, they were really all within 3 to 4 shots of each other. And again, not a lot of, you had one eagle out there the entire day. And you only had really you had 2 holes. Really? 2 holes that only had 2 birdies on them. Myself and Seth had birdies on 7, and then on 15, I don't know who made birdies on those, but those are 2 good birdies too. That was a tough little pin too.
Really fascinated by how hard Riverside played, how good it was, how good the golf staff was, how good the golf carts were. The tourist
had a lot of walkers.
The tourist tournament presence was good. The maintenance staff got the putting greens open quick. The communication between the maintenance staff and the tour staff on starting time was awesome.
That was really cool.
It was just really, really, really good event all around, from Riverside staff, from the trail staff, from the management communication. It was just top notch from the beginning. And here's my cool stat. Monday morning, woke up getting ready for work. I'm wearing a Riverside hat. Sabrina is wearing a Riverside hoodie. And I kind of like stumble around and I'm like, man, Riverside was good, right? And we're like repping merchandise. It was just really cool. Really, really happy. Let's recap cookie winners.
Let's recap some cookie winners.
Let's recap some cookie winners. Shout out to Laura Lewis, the Cake Place and More, a proud tour partner. Find them on Facebook, the Cake Place and More. Really excited always to rep our Cookie Mafia. It really is kind of cult classic now, and really, really excited to be proud partners with the Cake Place and More. Cookie winners, Riverside, event number 2, 2026 South Texas Amateur Golf Tour. Had to play well to win a cookie at Riverside.
You really did.
I'm ready for you. You want to start at the top? You want to start at the bottom? What we doing?
You decide, sweetheart. You tell me what feels right.
Let's start. We went backwards last time. Let's start up top. Championship flight, gross. Steve Landry, 4 under par, 68. One of those few red numbers in champ flight. Steve Landry, we were talking about it, a team member, an inaugural team member. Steve Landry made the team in 2014, and you know what? later on this year, Steve gets the senior tees.
Ooh, dangerous.
Yeah, if he's going to play in a lot of events, he is going to be a top 10 points earner throughout the year. I'm putting an early team watch on veteran Steve Landry.
All right. There you go. Congrats to Steve.
Championship Flight Net, you're looking at him. Your favorite podcast host, Mike Dermanuelian, shot even par. A net eagle on the board on hole number 8 and a lip out eagle on hole number 9. Your 18th hole. A birdie finish to bring home the net victory cookie. Look at those pants. Look at that bulge. Feeling good, MD. We'll talk about the points in a little bit, but this propelled you. Not propelled you, this kept you.
It maintained me.
This maintained your first place position. And we can talk about your thoughts going into February, going into the match play. That's a really cool storyline to follow. A potential wire-to-wire in play right now for MD, your podcast host. So that's a cool story to talk about. And it's fun to talk about that drama with you here live on the podcast week in and week out. So I know everybody watching, MD likes it when the target's on his back.
I love it.
That's when he performs his best. So don't be shy when talking to him about it. That's all I'm saying. Congratulations, Champ Fly Cookie winners.
The worst thing you can do is tell me how well I'm doing. I have to have a lot of internal and some external discussion with myself to get back on track.
I was just thinking about the book you were writing.
Yeah. A golfer's guide to self-hate and low scores.
First flight gross goes to none other than our very own Jason Bird. He outlasted Nick Lewis and Jason Barrientos by a couple strokes. First flight first flight gross cookie winner. He's smiling big. I love his goofy smile, and I love Jason Bird.
Bird wins. Bird's one of those guys. He doesn't get to play in every event. He has a career, and he travels. He does travel a lot. However, when he shows up, he wins.
His cookie win at Riverside forced his hand into signing up for match play at San Pedro, an event that he doesn't necessarily think is his favorite, even though it's my favorite.
It's certainly my favorite, and I know he likes it. I just know he's never had the results there that he wants.
Well, he did go back to back win, right? I think he went win second, I think.
Yeah.
That was when
why don't you like this?
And that was when he was in his back to back team run where he went second flight, first flight, champ flight, and became good at golf, which is my favorite Jason Bird story because oh man, he used to be brutal to play with. Now it's a blast, right? Now it's a blast. All right, Nick Lewis brings home the net victory cookie. This is my favorite photo. That is a pieced together photo because Nick's eyes were closed, and we care so much on tour that we photoshopped a couple photos together here to give him a good presentation. You're welcome, Nick. We love you. 4 under par, 68. Nick Lewis, everybody. Congratulations, first flight victory cookie winners. On to second flight. Isaac Nabaretti, 3 under par, 69. That is Jacob Crabtree. I'm not sure we have Isaac's photo.
Okay. I was lost on a couple of pictures.
You're good. Micah Carroll brings home the first flight victory cookie. I'm sorry, the second flight gross victory cookie, shooting a fantastic even par on the front 9, which was your back 9. The second 9 you played, the front 9 at Riverside, even par, including a birdie finish. to win that flight by 1. Fantastic second flight drama down the stretch. Holy shit, that's awesome.
It's way more fun when you do it at the last, when you pull it
oh my gosh, that's so good. Third flight, gross, dominated by Sweet Swingin' Lee Mall. I'm not sure we have oh, there he is. We do have a photo of Lee. Oh,
Lee kind of ran away with that shit.
Lee, 4-stroke gross win. It turned out to be 5 on the leaderboard with
Welcome
Brian
to second
Holden.
flight. Lee
I think so too. Handicap plummeted. There was cheers from the gallery to have him move up a flight. I'm not sure if they were cheers or jeers. I'm not sure.
It wasn't friendly.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It wasn't out of love.
Third flight net goes to Brian Holden at even par. Fantastic victory cookie photo right there. He found his way into modeling in the newsletter on the handicap graphic. So good job, Mr. Holden. Nicely done. Pretty close, all in all, down the stretch. Second flight broke at 10.9. We will have a second flight stroke play event playing from the black tee boxes this year. We will. Just wait for it. It is going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
I mean, you feel like it has to at this point, right? Because I was the high handicapper with a 3 in champ flight. I mean, second flight.
It was so close.
Second flight had to be sitting at what, 7?
Yeah, 7 or 8. And then that is kind of an unwritten tour guideline. If the entire flight is single digits, the flight will play the back tee box that the event plays.
Yeah.
So that is kind of that unwritten rule. So we'll see it. And then we got to see another unwritten rule kind of in play this weekend at Riverside.
I was going to say, let's talk about that after we get through this.
Yeah. The bunkers. Let's talk about that. All right. Fourth flight, 1 flight to go. Fourth flighters are people too. We love them. And Darren Cormier won a scorecard playoff at 88. Snowmen took home a victory cookie, and he was proud of those snowmen. Course was tough. Darren Cormier, if you're Facebook friends with him, check out his AI realtor
I was about
photos.
to say,
I almost used one.
I was close to editing his head.
I almost used one. It's fantastic. They look sharp, and they certainly made me stop scrolling. So good job, Darren, on that marketing. That was a scorecard. That was a scorecard playoff win over Tom Luna, a name to pay attention to in just a little bit. Jacob Crabtree is the picture we saw before. There he is again, bringing home the final victory cookie of the day at Riverside. 2 under par, net 70, outlasting Greg Richter, which is always fun, right? Ooh. Yeah, I love it. Go to the website, stxamtour.golf, under the events results tab for full Golf Genius results, including skins payouts. You're home for everything. stxamtour.golf.
Speaking of skins, Travis, fun fact.
Oh yeah, this is a cool fact.
Fun fact.
This is a cool fact.
Champ Flight had no skins paid out. Every birdie was covered, which was the first time in tour history in a stroke play event that there were no payouts for skins.
In 14 years, in a stroke play event, this is the first time there were no distributable skins within the flight. I don't know if that's a word or not, but it fits this context, and we're going with it. So no money. It's fantastic. And the other unwritten tour guideline that I was wanting to talk about was the bunkers. Sometimes the tour golfer sees lift, clean, rake in place in the bunkers for a tour event. That wasn't in play at Riverside this past weekend. And the unwritten tour guideline there revolves around open play. If open play is on the course before or with the tour golfer, we will see lift, clean, rake in place in all bunkers on the rule sheet for that event, because the tour setup committee doesn't trust open play in any way whatsoever. So it will protect the golfers there. And then the other rule circles back to the PGA Tour guideline on lift, clean, in place being a scorecard with only this year. So we'll see that. We'll see that in play in every event in your fairway. In your fairway only, unless the general area deems it necessary. So down to a scorecard length. So we saw both of those guidelines in play, and we almost got second flight playing from the blocks. It's going to happen this year. Mark my words. I think it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen.
It'll happen this spring, I would imagine.
I think so. I do.
Now, granted, Second Flight did a good job of padding their handicaps with their rounds at Riverside today. So Riverside this weekend. So yeah, maybe the handicaps went back up a little bit, but I would imagine once we get into the spring, later into the spring, how funny would that be? Second Flight at the Masters.
I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening at the Masters. I see it. I was looking at the schedule earlier, and there is a Riverside stroke play in May. That one right there.
Oh, we're back to Riverside.
The Riverside stroke play in May. It's after daylight savings time, so the field crunch. The field was small for Riverside. We had 20. We had, I think there was 18 people on the waiting list. Yeah, it was crazy. But we couldn't expand because of daylight. And damn it, our math was spot on, because the last group finished with 5 minutes to spare with our 45-minute frost select. It was fantastic. Our math was right on, and it was awesome. But once the field expands to 125, 130 people.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that's when I think it's going to happen. That's when I think we'll see it. I think we'll see it at 5-3 at Riverside. That's what
Warren, I'll be in third flight by then. Yeah, I mean, you'll be still playing from senior tees. Does it matter?
Jeff Wern, third flight senior tees is scary good.
Everybody out there, Jeff Warren recently was left. His partners want nothing to do with him for team events. But if you're willing to take a risk, he needs a partner.
Oh, no, he signed up with Keo today. That was a new development.
There you go.
That was a new development. Yeah, Keo's back. I got the text from Keo. We had a very depressing week. Greg, Keo, and I were supposed to run to Big Bend this weekend to do a little rock climbing, and we canceled for the weather. And then in that same cancel conversation, Greg had to back out of Brack with Jeff, so it was like super depressed. It was just like sad face emojis. It was so demoralizing. And then today we figured out how to go back next weekend to Big Bend, and then he texted me today that he was signing up with Jeff Wern. So yeah, it's just a roller coaster of emotions. Yes, but there are still singles right now. Email info@stxamtour.golf if you need a partner for Brackenridge Park. That is up next on the STX Am Tour, February 7th, 8 a.m. shotgun start. A rare Saturday shotgun start. What you gonna do with the rest of the weekend? I don't know. There's so much time for activities, but the weekend's activities start at 8 a.m. on Saturday, February 7th. This event will sell out soon. There are only 12 spots left.
I think 12 spots. And that's when we looked this afternoon.
Yeah, that was at time of newsletter. What a sexy newsletter that was today that went out, by the way.
Yes, it was. Whoever did that did a fantastic job. Do you want to talk about points?
I do want to talk about points. We don't have a top 10 graphic unless you clipped your own. We do have a top 10 graphic. These are out there.
As long as my name's in the top 10, I can assure you there will be a top 10 graphic available.
You can find a link in the newsletter that went out today. If you don't get the newsletter, damn it, subscribe to it at stxamtour.golf. There's a link right there on the homepage that says, click here to receive the newsletter. It's super positive. It should be way more passive aggressive. Like, why don't you get this thing?
I prefer the passive aggressive for sure.
I know you do, and it's fantastic. I love it. That's why you like the target on your back. So give it to them, everybody. This is your updated point standings through 2 events. 165 golfers have played through 2 events. 25 new golfers entered scores into the handicap database this week. And after Riverside played the hardest ever, this is your new top 10. Topping the list, tied for first place with 2 victory cookies this year. The only 2 schmucks to do it, Jason Bird and your host with the most on the screen with me right now, MD Mike Dermanuelian. Rounding out the top 3, there's Tom Luna. If he would have won that scorecard playoff, he would have 150, and you all would be tied for second.
And yet, he's 50 points behind.
That's right. Here we are. That's how important those victory cookies are, everybody. Cody Green cracks the top 10. Charles Clark is watching. He is number 6. There's Darren Cormier and his sexy toupee. Oh, that rhymes.
Cormier,
I love
toupee.
That.
Yeah.
I love that. In 4th place, team member from last year, Darren Cormier. Cody Green in 5th, Charles Clark in 6th. Bob North and Charles Romero hanging out at T7. And a 3-way tie at 9th. Winston Lynn, Limo, and Willie Nichols cracking the top 10. This is right around the time of the year where we start traditionally talking about Willie Nichols. He historically plays well at the match play, and he has made the team at least twice in the spring season. So Willie Nichols, there's a name to remember. We normally start talking about him at this time.
Well, and I think we talked about this earlier, and we'll talk about something else on top of this briefly, but one of the big things is historically we have played team events back-to-back to start the season.
That is true.
It usually doesn't create a huge gap in the leaderboard early on. I think it's interesting that I think it's awesome that we put a stroke play event in. We can already start differentiating and seeing point distribution. But on top of that, what the tour committee decided to do was change up some of the points multipliers this year.
Yes, and both of those items, the earlier stroke play and the changing of the points multipliers, that was feedback from you guys. That was the tour committee listening to champ flight golfers, listening to 4th flight golfers. How could we tweak this? And earlier stroke plays to get the point standing separated sooner was one of those comments. And not standard only point distributions in stroke play events was another one. So shout out to the tour golfers taking the time to talk to committee members, Sabrina, MD, Jason Bird, myself, Casey to some extent. That stuff gets back to those committee tables where decisions are being made. And I just think that's so cool.
And we've got, you look at what's coming up down the pipe. I'm going to pull this up here real quick. I mean, we have the team best ball coming up. That's a 2.5 point or 2.5 times multiplier. Typically, it's just double points. This is a 2.5 point multiplier. That is an additional 25 points. That is Mr. Luna winning and now pulling 25 points ahead of the group.
Correct.
You know, there's some big points to grab there, and then we immediately head to match play, and that is triple multiplier. That is 300 points up for grabs.
And the match play. If we're talking about point standings, let's leave this graphic up. We're talking about point standings. The match play is so important, and that event is sold out. But get your name on the wait list. If you aren't signed up, get your name on the wait list. It's sold out 5 weeks early. Yep. There will be drop ads. There will be drop ads. It will happen. There was a schedule of events listed for the match play. We'll talk about that in just a second. But the match play is so important to the spring season because it is the only event where there's one winner. Right? There were 10 victory cookie winners at Riverside last Sunday. 10 victory cookie winners. 10 people won bonus points. 10 people won first place at Riverside. 5 flights, 5 grosses, 5 nets. That's 10 people getting 150 and 140 points. At San Pedro, there's only one dude winning. There's only one dude getting 300 points.
And historically, I think it's maybe only happened once where that points winner didn't either make the team.
Yes. The first year,
Micah's name. I mean that person's name.
It's fine. It's totally fine. The first 2017 was the first year we did the San Pedro double elimination match play. This will be the 9th year, and 7 of those first 8 years, the winner of the match play made the team one way or another, whether it was the spring or whatever. 7 of the 8 years, and the only one to miss it was Micah. But the match play is so important. And last year, Jeff Wern, and I'm only going to say this because I know he's watching, Jeff Wern is the only person in history of the tour to make the team in the spring season without playing the San Pedro match play. That is a feat in itself. 2 feet, maybe.
That's pretty impressive.
That's a good joke.
Yeah, you cannot stress enough how important San Pedro is to the season. I mean, you can essentially, you're punching a ticket to the team one way or another if you can win this.
And then the next stroke play at Almost Basin will have double bonuses. It won't be a full flight 1.5 multiplier. It'll be double bonuses. So it'll reward those victory cookies and give a chance to shoot up the point standings as the season progresses.
Which is why right now, it's cool. You know, it's cool to be in the points list. It's cool to be in the top 10, but it is an irrelevant stat to us to a degree. Really right now, and going into the second, the next 4 events, the amount of points that are up for grabs is so insane.
I know, it's awesome. Let's recap and go. We've been talking for 50 minutes already. Next up on tour, February 7th, the rare Saturday 8 a.m. shotgun. Brackenridge Park team best ball, 2.5 points multiplier. Register now. This will sell out. It will not make it through the weekend, MD, or one more newsletter next week, Tuesday.
I bet you one more newsletter.
I bet you.
But at the same time, people might be freezing their asses off this weekend thinking, God, I wish I was playing golf.
That's true.
I gotta sign up for
That's true. Match play is sold out. Almost Basin and Cedar Creek Alt Shot will open in next week's newsletter. Look for those. That Alt Shot at Cedar will sell out quickly because that will also be a shotgun start. So the partnership with the trail has been awesome lately. The tour's pace of play and the operation committee's tee sheet management in conjunction with the trail
Top notch.
Really, really top notch lately, and really gets those priority tee times, like 7:40 with no open play, like an 8 a.m. Saturday shotgun. You know, those things come with the longevity of our relationship with the trail. Shout out to them, Lauren Reyes, Kevin Molyneux, the call center, everybody in the administrative office, Joe Nunez, Andrew Peterson. Shout out to the trail guys. We love you. We love the partnership. 2026 STX Am Tour exclusively on the Alamo City Golf Trail this year. Man, Event 3 is going to sell out soon.
I think people were so excited by San Pedro, they forgot they got to go sign up for Brack. But that being said, limited spots. It will be gone within the next 5 days, I'll say.
We have the most exciting announcement to talk about.
This one's a big one.
And this broke today in the newsletter. Matchup Mayhem Volume 3 world premiere release date has finally been announced. March 6th, Friday, March 6th at San Pedro, Matchup Mayhem Volume 3, presented by Longhorn Recycling, produced by Danny Puckett and his team at Global Fairway Logistics. Presenting sponsor of the event, Willie Nelson, Gun Fleet Commercial Gun Chevrolet, David Falconer, Shelby AC and Refrigeration. Thank you guys so much. But Matchup Mayhem Volume 3 world premiere, full feature documentary film at San Pedro, Friday, March 6th. That is a tour weekend. There is an event the 8th at Olmos Basin. I believe it's a stroke play.
Yep.
I'm so excited. Can we put that graphic back up? Matchup Mayhem, that one. No, the other one I sent you today. Do we have that with the dates?
I don't have it. I apologize.
Okay, terrific. Never mind. We're not going to I do a little. Man, I know a dude who worked real hard on that graphic.
I mean, I gotta find it. I don't know if it was individually sent to me.
It's okay. I don't think it was. It's okay. It'll be on Facebook soon. But we do have final thoughts, and we do have a teaser trailer for Matchup Mayhem Volume 3 to view here live on the podcast.
It's actually going to be our Play Us Out video.
Fantastic.
We're going to say goodnight. And we have a special treat for you here. A little teaser of the last couple of moments of the 2025 South Texas Match Play Challenge. The emotions were real. And what you'll see just kind of makes you... It's why we love the sport, right? So, guys, we will say goodnight. Hang out for a second.
Thank you all for watching. Watch this as we play out. Thank you for watching Matchup Mayhem Volume 3 world premiere March 6th. Stay tuned for more trailers and news drops on Facebook about that. Setting the stage for this, Alan Collins hits this shot left-handed. He is a right-handed golfer. I'm setting that stage right now. That's important context to know. and we'll get a little bit of that as we get into Matchup Mayhem and we see some more coverage and we talk to Danny and we do a lot of those videos leading up. But this shit is cool. We're so excited. 2 events into the tour here. Sign up for Brackenridge Park. We will see you in a couple weeks here on the podcast before Brackenridge Park. Thanks for watching, everybody. Enjoy Danny Puckett, Global Fairway Logistics, Matchup Mayhem, Volume 3.
Stay warm, everybody, and enjoy.
Something in the orange tells me we're not done. To you, I'm just a man. To me, you're all I am. Where the hell go. I'm poison myself again. Something in the orange tells me you're never coming home. If you leave today, I'll just stare out the way. The orange touches all things around. The grass, trees, and dew, how I just hate you. Please turn those headlights around.
Doesn't matter what handicap you are. It's inspiring for me to see other people to show up early and prepare. That to me just shows the commitment. We don't win money for this. We win a trophy.
I need to hear you say you've been waiting all night. There's orange dancing in your eyes from bulb light.